Hello, everybody. This is Lorraine, Alternative Homesteading. I hope everybody's doing well. It's pretty cold here in eastern Kentucky. I'm not happy. I'm actually in the house. I'm bundled up because I run in and out of the house all day long to take care of the animals. But I wanted to do this quick video. I just received an article from friends, and I think it's really important, even though it was back in June of this year. But before I do, look at this cute little painting. This is an original piece of art. You can see here. And this is from Silva. And she rescues animals, and she also donates the proceeds from these little art cards to a local shelter. So I'm real happy to support her. But happy birthday to all the Scorpios, all the November birthdays. Pretty soon, within the next week, we'll be celebrating Sagittarius. But let's get right to the serious business here. Okay. So my friend just happened to come across this article while looking for something else. It's really important, and she actually highlighted the areas that were quite troublesome. And it seems as though there were payoffs made by the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, because of the misconduct of some of their employees. One would think that because of these payoffs that they were made, that an investigation was done, followed up by some kind of discipline. However, that was not the case. So I'm going to refer to the areas that she highlighted below, and this is the title of the article: Homeland Security Tightens Scrutiny of Internal Misconduct. Internal misconduct. This is June 16, 2022. This is Washington, AP. Employees accused of misconduct of the Department of Homeland Security could face more stringent penalties under an overhaul announced Thursday that follows complaints about the handling of internal discipline in the third largest U.S. government agency. The DHS said it will standardize serious misconduct investigations in a sprawling organization that includes Customs and Border Protection, the transportation security industry, the Secret Service, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The new procedures are a result of a review ordered by Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas in April, after reports revealed that thousands, not hundreds, thousands of employees had experienced sexual harassment and misconduct, and that some DHS components paid settlements without penalizing or even investigating the perpetrators. My. Our tax dollars are hard at work. The deeply concerning reports this spring underscored the need for urgent action to prevent and address harassment and other misconduct in the workplace, Mayorkas said in a statement outlining the changes. Some of the changes to the internal disciplinary procedures, Mayorkas said, have already put in place, while others will occur in the coming months after consultations with the various unions representing an agency that has about 230,000 employees. That's a lot of people, folks. The key aspect of the changes will be made to the response to allegations of misconduct, as well as the potential penalties for more uniform across DHS. The agency said it will also centralize investigations within the components to avoid scenarios in which serious cases are handled by an employee's supervisor. Well, what would be wrong with that? I mean, people are placed in a supervisory position for a reason. I wonder if, should I say it? I wonder if that means that somebody will be tampering with the evidence. Employees found to have committed some kind of misconduct, which can include such behavior as theft, sexual harassment, or abusing people detained by the law enforcement components, have typically faced a broad range of potential penalties. The penalties will be more specifically spelled out and the range narrowed under the new policy to create a, quote, more accurate system of accountability, unquote, a senior DHS official said. Do you notice the fuckers, are targeting my throat right now? The penalties, in some cases where the potential range has been so broad, the penalty for misconduct has been, quote, unquote, inadequate, said the official, speaking on condition of anonymity to discuss the policy changes ahead of their release. The agency didn't specify how the changes would affect individual components because there is a wide spectrum in how each now handles the allegations of misconduct. But the official acknowledgement that the new policy would address criticisms of customs and border protection. Are you surprised, folks? I'm not surprised. There has been public criticism of some of the discipline at CBP, and I think it stands to reason that we may do more centralization there as well as other places, the official said. The impetus for the review was the release of details from draft reports from the Department of Homeland Security Office of Inspector General. One from December 2020 showed that more than 10,000 employees of CBP, that's the Border Patrol, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the Secret Service, and the TSA had experienced sexual harassment or sexual misconduct at work. Over 1/3 of employees who responded to the survey. Wow. Another showed that DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, law enforcement agencies, I'll repeat that, the DHS law enforcement agencies paid nearly $1 million in settlements to 21 employees to resolve allegations of sexual harassment despite inspectors finding no record of an investigation or disciplinary action. Oh, I wonder how many of these were falsified. I wonder if there were any double dippers. The draft reports were obtained by the nonpartisan Project on Government Oversight and published by the New York Times. And I will provide the source down below. Just give me a few minutes to upload this and get into my computer because there's just not too much I can do from this phone. So how's that, folks? Is anybody surprised? Please, comment down below what your thoughts are of these payouts without an investigation. And $1 million to 21 people. That's a lot of money, folks. Where did that $1 million come from? Do you think it came from your tax dollars? I can think of so many other things that we could do with $1 million these days, folks. But unfortunately, sexual abuse and harassment is real. It's a real thing. And it should not be happening by law enforcement. So this is very serious. This is a serious matter, but obviously, I mean, I didn't hear it on the news, did you? So this sort of went under the table, even though it was reported in the New York Times. But I'll be posting this, and thank you for subscribing. I hit the notification bell so that you receive notifications whenever I post a video. If anybody would like a consultation, I am available for consultations over the phone. And there are some links to donate to my homestead and cat rescue, or send me an email or a message, or any other topics that you would like for me to discuss. Signing off for now.